welcome back everybody to Robbie's Gaming. Let's do this first. There. I can go back now. My music was a little loud. Let us start the game. This is called 7 Summer Nights Youth Sky. And I know nothing about this game, so let's give it a try. Oh, it's one of these games. In this town, hot or cold, life can't be measured in money or gold. And what can my life be measured in? In kilobytes of posts on other people's game pods. In thousands of days that were destined to become happy, but somehow it never happened. Or maybe in hundreds of persons whom I coherently and mercilessly pushed out of my life. I was always lucky with people. The Barbary aroma, loud music, dusty hills. Whenever I walked the road of life, my hand was always held by someone else's hand. People would at times sacrifice their own interests for the sake of juvenile gibberish who never cherished anything, except the very process of traveling. And it had started from very childhood. My parents were the best. More correct, she was the best. Maybe that was exactly why my first realized dreams, it was her who visited me. Smiled through the scattering of freckles, flashed her green eyes fervently, and gave me her hand. Called me after her. I was reaching for her so, and I always woke up. Trembling with resentment, trying to find scraps of the fading dream under my pillow to get back and call. Yes, I'll follow you. I will. But the smell of fried eggs already oozes from the kitchen, and there again is her, smiling and happy with life. The same eternally young, and even up to 30 looking like a young girl, and to my adulthood even more like my contemporary. Green-eyed, freckly, ginger-haired son. Mom. When I came to life, my mom wasn't even 18, so now she's 44. No wonder that having barely waited for my childhood to come, I packed my stuff and moved away. Already when I realized the magnitude of the sacrifice done for the sake of my happy childhood. I used to pop up from the cool porch in the blinding summer, gasping for a moment from the wind blowing onto my chest. I was unmeasurably happy. There was barberry blossoms there, calls of laughter of my best friends already kicking football or hanging in feet higher off the ground. Were heard from there. My first love, not only able to punch the contemporaries who offended the puny boy, but also to shout at the older ones who was also hanging there. Actually, it was her who called herself that, and I just didn't think of it. Strange, funny, and in fact silly. Nothing had changed. It was just that the earth had rotated around the sun several times, returned to its place where it had always been in the eternal summer. Only the inertia had taken my friends off their places, thrown them all over our vast country, and partly even abroad. My first love had successfully married some cute guy with an Audi, the color of wet asphalt. I ate my fried eggs, kissed my mom on the cheek, and went out to play ball with my friends. But the friends, there were no more. A new generation was growing up, the yard similarly full of their insatiable bright gold happiness. But it was all wrong. In childhood, a year of difference is already an abyss. I was older than all of them by 4. Although these openly stupid exams and tests, professional checks, creepy questions like what kind of job do you want to have were left behind. Actually, only now I realized that I had overstayed in childhood. Because of all my friends and pals, it had been exactly like that. Piercingly sharp with the bitter aroma of falling leaves and the cries of seagulls. The last to go to the yard, the last to play with friends. And then, welcome to the adult life. I missed it all. It must be stupid to precede one's thoughts by such a long previews, but I'm always like that. I start speaking, jump from one thought to the next to another one, like my crazy luck bringing me people instead of money, delight from waking up instead of rich positions. I was lucky with joining Polytech because Dean liked me, enlightened eyes, good logic. Lucky with the granny from whom I rented a flat. Actually, nothing changed to me the same way. Waking up in the morning from the sun kissing me warmly on the cheek. I walked out to the kitchen where another delicacy burbled in the frying pan, and I was met with a smile. Luckily, my first employer, whom I was sent to production practice. I was almost lucky with people. But they always taught me a cold, reserved child. Thought me. What can I do? To laugh out loud, to hug and chat all things and at once. I can only with those who are closer to me than my own skin. It's probably due to my upbringing in a family incomplete by papers, but suddenly complete in all other aspects. Warmth and love were filling our tiny flat, getting cut abruptly right outside the threshold. That was the way we prepared to go together to somewhere in the city. The keys, footwear, the money, reservedness. That happens at home, stays at home. So when I moved, I took a part of home with me. I never left the warmth and love over the threshold of me. I don't understand that. Mom got married happily, adores my stepsister, demands that I should stop playing an adult. Only the games are over. Fully adult now, 18th anniversary is left somewhere behind the veil of endless days 9 long years ago. My home is my stronghold. Of course, people have knocked on our armoire for a dozen times, kept leaving me alone as a result. The granny who rented the flat died and her children kicked me out in the street. Polytech, whom I bought several medals and programming contests, graduated from. In the office where they invited me to stay, work after practice, got bankrupt and closed. It just like it always happens, the office is led by good people. I am rotating now in this full circle. Everyone needs experience in the job, but to gain that experience, right, you need to work somewhere for a while. I tried myself in neighborhood specialties. Perhaps Photoshop. There were enough designers in the market without me trying to program with the same amount of success. So I met my 27th birthday here in a tiny flat, viewing a hospital and a waste ground. Jobless and useless. The phone signaled softly, a message arrived softly, very quietly. I took it in my hand, nearly dropped in reading the text. The message was short and matter of fact. Mom never talked cheap. But to that short MSS, a fixed, very alarming, soul-taking siren, a total annihilation threat. I wiped my watery eyes with a sleeve, shook my head, and went to the kitchen where the fridge door was the soul-cleaning liquid cooling down. I gulped a full glass at once. Nasty, lousy, limpness wouldn't let go of me. Impotence? Uselessness? I picked the phone up again and tried vainly to focus on the prancing lines. The little one is in trouble. Doctor's medicine, money, I need it. The sum pronounced by Mom crushed me. I could live for half a year, if not longer, with such money. But most sadness and senselessness that is that help is required from me, from a person who cannot help himself. Such a birthday gift, a chance to feel myself needed and important. And where I could get a lot of money fast, I don't know. To go to work, I had to try to get a job. As a graduate polytech, must be no need to anyone. Even working, I would get paid not to own. Donate blood, bone marrow, and the rest of which a state ready to pay, but how much money would that make? Bloody money. I hope no one ever who invented it burning in hell. The worst is now that from all these sites, the headhunter or job kind, where I once registered spam, is spreading with incredible offers. Financial pyramid, sales. Smartphone buzz once again, another letter from the offer to work, young developing company. Found in the post box. As such rubbish goes on all day long, my resentment becomes beastly strong. I deleted the announcement without looking. Poured me more and more. I didn't like the alcohol and did my best to drink only in extreme cases. But it was not an extreme case now than when. Maybe it would be worthwhile to gather my strength and think how to help out. But instead of that, I was sitting indifferently, filling myself with alcohol until a helicopter settled in my head. Until a prickly lump that went up my throat made me rush to the sink in the corner of the kitchen. And even the drunk consciousness of the eternal Russian question shone like a neon sideboard. What to do? How to do it? My mind sorted out thousands of fantastic versions, from a bank robbery to selling flat. It didn't even belong to me. I couldn't find anything. After all, desperate, the fact I wasn't living on the street, wasn't digging garbage cans, I was exactly the one whom strict statistic called living beyond poverty. Having not invented anything, I had went out cold right behind the kitchen table. Dreamed of something I hadn't filled my dreams for. Flied my dreams? Should be filled my dreams. Long years, more often, dreams inspired my libido or better regrets. Dark my basement, my despair. I dreamed that one day, never settling down, the sun will rise, that will sourish aroma, the bush that grows on the graves of the expectations will knock again on the temples of our heads. That young freckled girl will give me her hand and call me with her. She hadn't already come to me for a very long time, ever since the more green-eyed freckled appeared in her family. Now it's not the summer for long. Already, blue barberry doesn't blossom in my yard overfilled with cars. Another message would better be. The cigarette ended and I crushed it angrily in the ashtray. Another spam. Having unblocked the smartphone, I studied the headline of the letter for several seconds before dumping it. Some scientific research center. There's as much as dirt of these lately. Especially filing of one bad, bald TV anchor in the Ren V TV channel. So this is it. And so this... A scientific research institute of consciousness and subconsciousness. Smells like fake and deception from a mile distance. I'm 100% convinced that if I get there, they'll put me through some Scientology tests and try to sell a pair of dozen junk books on me. It's always been like this. Face to delete, tails open. I flicked the 5 ruble coin with a finger, caught in my palm, turned, and woke up. Phone signal actually received a message. It was 4 plus a.m. at the time Most shameless spammers didn't work. But someone wanted me very much to read the message. Familiar headline. There's no surprise. Same offers. They want to invite me for a test for a new facility. Payment on the spot. Money. It was openly a lousy idea. It seemed for the 5th time that I repeated to myself. Honest state agencies in the year of 2019 nonsense. But I did everything as learned. Footwear, keys, the card. Clothes myself. My home is my stronghold. And went out into the icy cold of the New Year, St. Petersburg. St. Petersboro, sorry. The jacket was shot through by the wind from Neva. The boots slipped on the ice, barely powdered with sand, but the temptation to get back home never occurred. I've been helped for so long, I can't stay away. So, the Far Eastern, a traffic jam, a tram stop. I heard the people taking bus rides somewhere sometimes could wake up in a very different place. If only my region bus did not go. And expecting a tram to bring you a miracle is stupid. Very wrong. The wrong street. The numbers here are only 24th and 27th, I think. My name's not Max after all. My tram can only take me to the underground. Rows of stalls, trading, smuggling discs and cigarettes. To punks gathering in evenings who get cold and thus try to warm their hands with other people's pockets. The hopeless indifferent hurrying of their business. Metro station. Lomonosovskaya? I butchered that. I really butchered that. A pleasant female voice informed me from the tram speakers. To get from the tram ring to the metro station, I had to pass a viaduct houses, cinemas, bus stops. The green light up permitting to cross the street made the first step and jumped back, once barely avoiding the miserable bus of unknown mark. Red color running at full speed. Watch your move, you jerk. I barked silently, not resolute enough to raise my voice in public. Just followed it with my eyes, denoting a guy sleeping in the cabin leaning on frozen glass. The wind crawled under my coat and I shrugged off the chill, hurried towards the grim concrete cube on the underground. They promised to pay. A magic mantra of turning and logical thinking, self-protection, instinct off completely. Another winter fashion of all gray, all black. If not for the cozy yellow light of the escalator platforms, I would think that I fully lost color seeing ability. But no, just a Peter fashion, black jackets, gray coats, dim eyes. Even the young girls who was, because of age, overspilling hormones, should jump and smile mischievously. No, they all died in their smartphones and tablets. They're not interested in summer. They don't need to return to their childhood because their childhood had not. Childhood, nobody had to put silly hearts under their photos and sweep out social nets. The train started moving. I sat as comfortably as I could, cornered, closed my eyes, and had such a long way to go. Later, when I arrived on the station, I looked over the blue houses and breathed the air, which seemed dim-eyed faces. They could be invigorized before questioning about the road, at least. But now I'm more and more often afraid to hear them snap. Haven't you got a navigator in your phone? I've never heard anything like that, but it doesn't just detract the fear. People cherish and treasure the right for greediness. They can't be blamed for all that. Well, I'm going to end it here. I will pick this up again tomorrow. And I will see you all in the next one. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss another video. Check out MouseyYT. Her link will be in the description below. Check out my Twitch channel, Robbie's Gaming 2, Twitch TV, and I hope everybody has a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Ta-ta now.